a native of St. Louis, Missouri. In 2003, after 3 years of high school, she graduated and joined the Army. She was just 17 years of age. Beginning her career as a private E1, Ms. Marcette retired in 2023 as a Chief Warrant Officer 3, having served the first 10 years of her military career as an enlisted paralegal specialist in various locations, to include Fort Benning, Georgia, South Korea, Fort McPherson, Georgia, now home to the Tyler Perry Studios, Kuwait, and Fort Meade, Maryland, and the latter 10 as a legal administrator, a legal officer, operations manager. In this position, Ms. Marcette served at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, Fort Hood, Texas, Fort Belvoir, Virginia, and the Pentagon. During her time in the Army, Ms. Marcette earned her associates in general studies, bachelor's in psychology, and master's in management, all paid for by the Army's Tuition Assistance Program. She also possesses a diversity and inclusion certificate from Cornell, a data analytics certificate, and is a certified Scrum Master. She is the 2018 awardee of the Chief Warrant Officer for Durham Leadership Award presented by the Association of Military Legal Administrators, and has been awarded 5 meritorious service medals, 4 Army Commendation Medals, and 4 Army Achievement Medals. Ms. Marcette is married to Gregory, a retired Army First Sergeant, and has a 19-year-old daughter, Jayla, who is a freshman in college. She is the owner of a catering company called Sex Kitchen and Catering, and an affirmations-based company called I Do Affirm. For fun, Jessica enjoys cruising, going to the movies, and brunch. Let's give a warm triumph welcome to Miss Jessica Marcette. All right, Triumph, we want to make sure that we're watching Miss Hamilton so we know exactly when to cut in. All right, our next visitor is originally from St. Louis, Christopher Farber. He moved to Los Angeles at the age of 7 with his family. At a young age, Christopher's mother knew he had a gift and allowed him to utilize it. Credits include a major guest appearance on the season premiere of Atlanta and a lead role opposite Kevin James in the Happy Madison Netflix film Home Team. His portrayal of Augie, a foster child with an on Chicago Med, inspired him to co-found the Farber Children Foundation. Farber has also appeared in recurring roles on All American and Call Me Cat, as well as guest spots on Beat, Young Sheldon, and Jane the Virgin. Recently, he wrapped up filming in Cape Town, South Africa, for the action-packed film G20 alongside Viola Davis, Anthony Anderson, and Marseille Ryan. In addition to his acting career and his writing endeavors, Chris generously volunteers his time at a therapy horse riding facility for children with special needs in Chatsworth, California. When not acting, volunteering, he enjoys spending time with his siblings and indulging in his love for sports, particularly basketball, football, and baseball. Chris is a young actor determined to thrive as he aims high, setting an example not only for his siblings, but for young people across the world. Let's give another warm triumph welcome to Chris Farber. Baby. Thank you, fifth grade. You guys are doing a great job. All right, we have another one. Miss Erica Anderson was born and raised in the city, and basketball was her outlet. Erica graduated from Gateway High School in 2004 and obtained a scholarship to play college basketball, where she also earned her bachelor's degree in criminal justice. The detective, Erica Anderson, is with the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department and has been with this department for approximately 8.5 years, 6 of which she served as a patrolman. She currently works with both the Juvenile Division and Sex Crimes Division. Let's give Ms. Erica or Mr. Detective Anderson a warm triumph welcome. All right, next up, we have Mr. Kyle McKenna, a South St. Louis native, earned his law degree from St. Louis University School of Law and has a degree in political science from the University of Missouri, Columbia. He has previously served as an employment attorney with Armstrong Teasdale LLC and as a field attorney for the National Labor Relations Board. A labor and employment attorney, McKenna has served as assistant executive director for the NECA previously, but by the St. Louis chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association has been named its new executive vice president. NECA represents more than 150 electrical and communications contractors located in eastern Missouri. McKenna is responsible for negotiations and administration of collective bargaining agreements with 3 local unions of the IBEW, under which approximately 5,000 electricians and communication technicians are employed. He also serves as a management trustee on multi-employee health, pensions, and other employee benefit funds. In addition, McKenna coordinates education, marketing, and public relations programs for agencies in connection with legislation impacting the electrical and communication contracting industry. As a first-generation attorney, Kyle is an advocate for youth to get information in regards to opportunities that can impact positive, drastic change, such as apprenticeships and more. Kyle McKenna enjoys spending time with his beautiful wife, Courtney, and their son, Matt, as well as friends and families. Let's give another warm Kipp Triumph welcome to Mr. Kyle McKenna. Antoine. Next up, we have Nick Williams, who always swore he wouldn't end up in the food industry despite growing up around it. His dad owned the former city neighborhood pizzeria Natty's. After attending the University of Missouri Columbia for journalism, Williams moved to New York City to intern for a magazine in the graphic design department. Williams quickly had to get another job. As it turns out, internships don't pay a lot. So he says. So he turned to what he knew. He scored a cook position at a seafood joint called Willow and worked his way up to run the kitchen. Williams planned to open his own restaurant in New York City, but then the pandemic began. Williams moved back home to St. Louis, where he dreamt up the idea for Nikki Slices. The idea started as a private dinner club concept, but Williams didn't think the idea was big enough. He quotes, "I was like, that's too exclusive," Williams says. "I kind of kept getting pushed towards pizza. Once I got the logo and everything together, it just clicked and it took off. I just put it on Instagram one day and it did what it did. And little do you all know, your principal's favorite food is pizza." What it did, Nick says, was explode. As of May 2024, Nikki Slices has 19.5 thousand followers, or slicers as he affectionately refers to them. The bio reads, "The coolest club in the world." William uses his journalistic skills to create all the brand's graphic designs and marketing videos, and to write internet captions that are full of quips and almost exclusively written in all caps. Nick Williams has been a guest Everybody's Late, Braco's Recipe for Deception and More. We are so great at this point. Let's give another warm triumph welcome to Mr. Nick Williams. All right, you guys. Taylor. My sixth grade friends, let's make sure that we are giving a warm welcome when we're asked to. Everybody's clapping and we're following the directions. Fifth grade, you're doing great. We have 3 more, you guys, so just hold tight. Next up, we have William H., designer of the lifestyle brand A Icons, Never Die, which specializes in providing an experience through clothing. The same experience that brought about the inspiration for the artist to create it in a wearable world. Comfortability is key, so everyday wear is a huge part of the brand, along with rugged luxury. I am most proud of the brand itself, always staying true, never compromising, always setting trends, never following the trends, and always raising the bar. With the brand being a direct reflection of myself, that is what sets me apart. It's only one you. I stay in my own lane and no one can intervene with that unless I allow it. At Icon Clothing, we design distinctive apparel, emphasizing on comfort, durability, and lifestyle. We aim to show an interpretation of ourselves by translating through our art how we see the world. With a strong presence locally, William H's vision is to expand the brand globally by creating training and maintaining focus on the importance of self-expression. He quotes, "I don't like the word fashion. People are more loyal to it over their own self-expression." William H. Let's give a warm Kipp Triumph welcome to Mr. William H. All right, next up, we have Kenny Moe. Kenny Moe is a native St. Louis and a radio personality. He would do much better in this video. He spreads wisdom and love through the Kenny Moe Show each and every Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time on the hometown-based streaming radio station, Streets 105.1, with world-renowned DJ Tab. Kenny Moe brings high energy and knowledge to the airwaves, all while conducting over 600 of his exclusive interviews that include business owners, artists, musicians, athletes, entertainers, politicians, and community activists. Let's give everyone Kipp Triumph welcome to Mr. Kenny Moe. Next up, we have just a few more, you guys. We've been doing a great job. My sixth graders, let's make sure that our voices are off, and that we're all giving a warm welcome to the people who have taken time out of their day to come and talk to us. Next up, we have Ms. Deirdre Des Murphy, MSN, RN, Senior Manager of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in Compass Health Corporation, who is responsible for partnering with regional hospital members throughout national footprint of 160 inpatient rehabilitation hospitals to develop and implement strategies that align with the company's vision of delivering excellence and culturally responsive healthcare. Prior to this national role, Deirdre served as a chief nursing officer, opening a brand new state-of-the-art 40-bed inpatient rehabilitation hospital. Deirdre had a full staff of various clinical and ancillary roles. In her first year after opening, Deirdre's service line boasted employee engagement, outcomes above hospital and regional benchmarks. Deirdre had held several additional clinical leadership roles at the local level within major health systems, including, most notably, to the St. Louis metropolitan region, Barnes Jewish Hospital. At Barnes, Deidre opened a brand new 24-bed observation unit where she was responsible for hiring, onboarding, and 24/7 management of staff and patient needs. Deidre obtained her Master of Science in Nursing and Healthcare Administration from Loyola University and her Bachelor's of Science in Health and Human Performance from the University of Central Missouri, where she was a two-time all-conference selection for the women's basketball team. Deidre also has an AAS nursing from Morehead State University in Morehead, Kentucky. Deidre's professional affiliations include a member of American College of Healthcare Executives, National Black Nurses Association, St. Louis University Consortium, and former board member of the YMCA Gateway Region. Deidre is married to her high school sweetheart, Cameron Murphy Sr., and they have 4 children, Cameron Jr., Cassidy, Charles, Christian, and 2 fur babies, Clyde and Candy. Let's give a warm Kipp Triumph welcome to Miss Deidre Dace Murphy. All right. My last introduction, but definitely not least, Mr. Dante Clara is a distinguished figure in the field of clinical psychology and corporate performance, renowned for his expertise and dedication to enhancing mental well-being. Raised in the vibrant community of North St. Louis, Dante's journey to prominence reflects his unwavering commitment to personal and professional growth. After graduating from Cleveland NJROTC, Dante pursued his passion for education, earning a Bachelor's of Science in Secondary Education from Harris-Stowe University. Furthering his academic pursuits, he obtained a master's degree in Education Administration from Linwood University.
That's fine, thank you.
Skills in leadership and organizational dynamics. Driven by a profound curiosity about the human mind, Dante transitioned to the field of psychology, earning a PhD in psychology. His focus shifted to social and emotional disorders, driven by the proven need for specialized support in this area. As a clinical psychologist, Dante employs a compassionate and evidence-based approach to help individuals navigate the complexities of their emotional well-being. Additionally, he serves as a corporate performance director, leveraging his insights to optimize organizational dynamics and foster psychological resilience among employees. Dante's journey from humble beginnings to becoming a respected leader in his field exemplifies his resilience and determination to make a positive impact. Through his work, he continues to illuminate pathways towards greater understanding and flourishing for individuals and organizations alike. Let's give a warm Kipp Triumph welcome to Dante Carr.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Everybody in here got straight at? Everybody got straight at? Kind of working on it. We're working on it. All right. I'm gonna bring out the next person. The whole reason we're here. She's a professional that's been working with the youth and having experience for 17 years. She attended Missouri State University, and during this time, she participated in the National Student Exchange Program, attending the University of the Virgin Islands. Rhonda served as an intern in sex crime child abuse for the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. She received a bachelor's of science degree in criminology with a minor in sociology. You know what that is? You know what that is? Me neither, but she's good. Okay. From Missouri State University. She further obtained a master's degree from Columbia College in criminal justice with an emphasis in law enforcement, administration, and shit. I'm still on? I'm still on? Okay. I can't hear it. Y'all gotta tell me, man. Tell me. I'm good. She proceeded to work with the juvenile division of the 22nd Judicial Circuit, while the transition to adults, working as a probation parole officer at the Missouri Department of Corrections, where she also the Eastern Region Case Management Liaison. Okay? Oh, she got some stuff. She then went on to work with the juveniles for the Texas Juvenile Justice Department, and this is where Rhonda began working out a way as to how she can help society by reaching the youth before they get into the system. Rhonda founded the Angels Online LLC. There are questions with answers being expected, but in the world today, the youth have found difficult to get their voices heard and get answers. Rhonda's conscious urge and dream to become an agent of positive change in the lives of others and uphold the promise made to her great-grandmother, Martha, birthed Martha's Angels, her non-profit organization, which aims to equip young individuals with essential life skills, fostering the personal and professional development to thrive in every evolving future. I want everybody in here to make some noise. That is why we're here. Make some noise for Rhonda. Rhonda Daniel.
Good people, good people. What's going on, y'all? Everybody give me a good people, good people. Good people, good people. Got to give the people what they want. That's what I'm talking about. Give me some. How y'all doing, y'all? Thank y'all for having me. Y'all know my job is to connect you with adults and give you all a voice. And you also know that my job is career development. All these individuals are here for career development on behalf of Martha's Angels, my nonprofit. You guys chose the questions, and you also chose the careers that you were interested in, which brings in the Angels Online, because you have a voice. How you doing, sweetheart? So, I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to get right in. You already got their bios. I'm going to ask the questions, and I'm going to pass the mic to an individual. Does this mic work? Because my radio host was finna get it. Go ahead, man. So you guys ask these questions, so I'm going to go through, and he's going to answer, she's going to answer, they're going to answer the questions that you ask. And since Kenny Mo got the mic, it's working. Mic check.
That's all.
Okay. Kenny Mo, the first question is, who did you look up to as a child, and who do you look up to now?
Okay, that's a good question. You came up with that, or they came up with that?
You just talk to them? Sure.
Y'all came up with that? That's a good question. For me, I don't want to give me a little feedback. For me, I looked up to, I had an uncle that was a barber, and he was a good guy. His name was Plum. He used to cut hair. He brought me in when I was young, and I looked up to him. And I have a partner by the name of Mike Woods over the organization that I work with Dream Builders outside of the radio station. I look up to him.
Thank you. Let's get that. All right, next question is, pass that to Christopher. Christopher, how did you come into entertainment, and what led you to acting?
So I first got into the entertainment business because of my mom and my dad. They saw how much personality I had. When I was younger, I was just this funny kid who was always making people laugh. So they thought I should be on TV. So they took me to Images Agency, which is here in St. Louis. And then from there, I went to this event in California called Industry Network. and that's like where it all happened for me.
Oh, wonderful. Kyle. Kyle, the kids want to know, what exactly do lawyers do?
I mean, at its core, just to distill it down to its most basic essence, what you're doing is solving people's problems. That's all lawyers do. People have problems, they need them solved, they come to us and we work them out in court.
Wonderful. Nick.
Excuse me.
Do you enjoy making food for others, or do you just sit and do it as a job or career choice?
Actually, prefer to make food for family and friends. Cooking, like for a job is great, but it's a little more detail oriented, and the same amount of love will go into it. But like cooking for your family and your friends is like how I show them I love them the most. Yeah.
Wonderful. Jessica. What were the good and bad things about being in the military? Can y'all hear me? Yes, ma'am. Can you understand me? Yes. I would say the good thing about being in the military is that it gives you access to opportunities. You truly can be all that you can be in the Army. Your health care is free, your housing can be free, you get your education paid for. So there are so many good things about being in the military. To me, the worst part about being in the military is just the time that you have to spend away from family and loved ones to protect the country. However, protecting you guys was definitely something that I also thought was worth it. So you have to make sacrifices, but we want to protect everybody. William, what is the best way to start a clothing business? And what is your favorite part?
What was the last part?
Best way to start a clothing business, and what's your favorite part? Favorite part of creating a clothing business. Sorry.
Okay, favorite part. All right. I would say the first thing you want to do is get something that's true to yourself, something that you care about, something that you're passionate about, because it's not always going to be good. You're going to have your good days, you're going to have your bad days. You're going to have your days when you sell something out, you're going to have your days when you don't sell nothing. So if your brand is based off of making money, it probably won't last too long. So get you something that's true to you, something that you're passionate about, and then it'll be easy for you. And what was the best part again? Best part of seeing the reaction of people. My clothes bring people together, starts conversations, wherever they're at in the world. They see a hat like that, they're gonna say, hey, you know so-and-so? Yeah, that's so-and-so. And then you got a conversation, networking, all of that. All because of a hat or a shirt or some jeans, or whatever it may be.
Yeah. Detective Anderson. Hello, ma'am. Keep your gun holstered. What is? All right. What is the best part of your job?
The best part of my job is being able to interact with everyone that I come across. My job, I'm able to deal with a diverse group of people, so I can deal with all ages, from your age to older and even younger than you. So I learn a lot on this job. Y'all teach me as well as everybody that I interact with, and I use it to educate folks.
Deidre. What is diversity, equity, and inclusion mean? Because it says senior manager.
So diversity, equity, and inclusion is a really interesting concept, and I'm sure you
ask you two questions, actually. What is the car group is the first one?
Alright, so the car group is a mental health and wellness firm that I started back in 2021 after graduation. And seeing the need that COVID had on a lot of people's mental well-being, so it was an answer to that problem, and then it kind of grew from there. Our reach grew. People became interested in the services that we offer. There's 12 of us, ranging from, we have a psychiatrist all the way down to just clinical social workers or master social workers. So it's just kind of like the young man said with his business, we're just a place to help people solve their mental problems.
And then, do you think kids should have therapy?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think everybody has something they can go to therapy for, whether they do it or not. 100%.
Thank you. Kenny Mo.
No more hard questions.
What skills, I'm gonna ask you two questions.
Right here? Okay. I got it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like this, because it be echoing like this.
That's the radio. That's the radio. We gotta talk into the mic.
If it was bigger, we could be in the mic. Go people. Hey, you got something to give away. Come on, give away something. Kenny Mo, because they ain't got.
Who wanna give more? I can't hear y'all.
Y'all supposed to have me some music. Give people something. It's up to you. It's up to you. You got the chips. You got the chips. Kenny Mo, I'm gonna ask you two questions. When did you start the radio job, and how long have you been working there?
Okay.
Hold on. Shh. All right, quiet.
Okay, for me, I wanted to be in radio when I was you guys' age. It was a guy by the name of Shorty. He's been on the radio for as long as he was a youth, just like you guys' age, so I aspired to want to do it. But I didn't start doing this till about 5 years ago, so I wasn't your age. I was much older. And I've been doing this for 5 years, and I asked me, how did I get started?
Well, how long have you been doing it for 5 years, or how long have you been working there? That was one question. How long have you been
I've been working there 5 years, and I started 5 years ago.
Okay, what's your favorite thing to say and do on the radio with your guests?
So my favorite thing, y'all ready? Y'all gonna repeat it after me? Y'all ready? I know, I'm gonna get one big for it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Give me a turn your radios up. Hallelujah. Make some noise, make some noise. Two questions. Chris, I got two questions for you. Shh. Chris got the floor. The first is kind of simple. Is it fun being an actor? Kids want to know that. Is it fun?
Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, I get to portray different roles, and then I get to travel all around the country and out of the country. Like, I just came back from South Africa, and I was there for 3 months, and I got to know my mom, and that was a crazy experience. So yeah,
Wonderful. wrestling and everything?
So yeah, I still have a childhood. I actually still go to regular school. When I'm out of town, they just like give me work online. But yeah, I still do regular kid things. Like I hang out with my friends. I play the game sometimes. So I still have my childhood.
You play sports too, don't you?
Yeah.
Plays club baseball too. Man. Wonderful. Thank you, Chris. We get Nick. Give me Nick. Hey, Nick. Go ahead, give it out. Give it out. Give it out. Give it out. Go ahead, give it out, Nick. Give people what they want. Good job. Take your seat. Good job. Oh, give people what they. Can I get a good people? Good people. We gotta do that again. Good people. Good people. You got to give people what they want. Man, Nick, I got 2 questions for you. We gonna give y'all a break on the game for about 10 minutes. Hey, Nick. Who taught you how to cook? Focus.
My pops. My pops been with me forever. My pops.
All right. Is it hard owning a pizza shop, your own business, being a business owner?
It is hard, but I think the most important thing you have to take from it is you have to build a team around you. You can't do everything. If you're a great cook, be a good cook, hire an accountant, get a lawyer, hire a GM, like build your team around you, and then you become like a real business owner.
Awesome sauce. Thank you, David. So a lot of you guys always say you want to own your own business, and he just told you some important things as far as a business goes. He said get an accountant. He said get an attorney, get a team. Like it's a lot of stuff that comes with it. So that comes with communication and respect. The whole nine. Go ahead. Right here. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. I got something even better for you, actually. Because I saw you, because they give me something, man. We're going to get a picture, and I got something good for you at the end. You, Nikki Slices got you. All right, give me pass that to Kyle. Perfect. Oh, you got something else, too, man. Kyle's got, I'm going to give you a couple of questions. Does being a lawyer, attorney, you guys use a couple of different, so I just did that because you had a couple of questions that were the same. Does being a lawyer help you in everyday society?
I mean, I think regardless of being an attorney, the answer is yes, but every job out there has dignity to it. So regardless of what it is, you're adding value in the community regardless of what your title is. So any job that you hold, take pride in that job, regardless. Yeah, you got a question in the back? You raised your hand. Yeah, what's up? You got a question? I'm listening. Couldn't hear. That's funny. You got jokes. I like it.
Next question. If we have time, I'll get additional questions later on. So the next question is, this is funny though. What motivated you to basically want to argue with people all day, and what motivates you to defend your clients?
So that is a really interesting question. It's not that I wanted to argue with people every day. I was looking for an avenue to honor my family's legacy, pretty much. So my great-grandfather, my grandfather, my father, they were all part of the labor movement. They were all members of the local union in town, building the buildings like this that we're in today. And so I wanted to give back to that, and that's what made me, instead of putting on a hard hat every day, I just went a different route. And now I represent electrical contractors that are employing 5,000 electrical workers here in town. And representing my clients, I really think it's important to give back to everyone, regardless of, you know, we do things like Habitat for Humanity, Building Together, things of that nature. It's just really, really important to, no matter what you do, to just make sure you pay it forward.
Thank you. I'm gonna go with real quick. Jessica, I got 2 questions for you. What? 2 questions. The first one, it has 2 in it, then I'll ask you another. Okay, to be clear. What made you go to the military, and were you excited or like happy to leave your family?
Okay. This is gonna be a crazy answer. I actually went to the military because a military recruiter came to my high school and nobody used to ever talk to him, but I did. And so my friends came up to me one day and said, "Why are you talking to that man? You know you're not going to join the Army." And guess what? I joined the Army because they told me that I wasn't gonna do it, right? You ever do stuff that somebody tell you that you're not gonna do, but you do it? Do it and prove them wrong. And that's basically what I did. And no, I never get excited to leave my family. I get very sad every time. Sometimes I cry, I'm very emotional. But the good news is, even when you leave your family these days, there are so many ways to communicate when you're gone and to show them that you're thinking of them and to show them that you love them. So that is what I focus on.
All right. Well, your bio kind of gave this. You were in the military for 20 years, right? 20 years in the military! This next question for you. All right, 1 second. This next question was, especially for the little girls, because someone asked this, how was it being a woman in the military? Were you treated fair? Were you treated good?
That is a very fair question. I feel as a woman in the military, I had to fight a little bit harder for people to take me seriously so that they didn't think I was weaker because I was a woman. Every single thing I did, I tried to do it just a little bit better than I thought everyone else would, so that they can know that there is nothing that women cannot do. As a woman, you can literally do anything. You just have to have confidence, you have to have faith, and you have to have commitment to do it.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. William, who or what inspired you to create END, Icons Never Die?
What inspired me to create END, the clothing brand? My upbringing, my family, things I've been through, things I've experienced. The name comes from Icons Never Die. The original name was Icon Clothing Company. It was a group of us. 2 of the members had passed away over the years, 2008, 2013. Yeah. So just every time you see that, nothing really comes to an end. So man, END, Icons Never Die. Long as I'm here, they're gonna be alive. Long as I'm making clothes. Long as you leave a legacy like this, y'all gonna remember this. At least one of y'all gonna remember me up here talking about y'all. Remember that Andrew Cyril, remember somebody up here. So long as y'all remember that, you're doing your job and it'll never die. So that's the brand, Icons Never Die.
I got another one for you. This is a good question that somebody picked, so I need y'all to listen like real clear because it really affects you guys this day and age. It really didn't affect us back in the day because we didn't have what you had. So, since you have your own brand, are you big on designer labels?
It is a good one.
Yeah, I'll after that. Go ahead. You can answer that first.
No, I'm not. Kind of grew out of that. It's not really important. once you realize what you're actually buying isn't worth the price that you're paying for it, it's like, hey, why would I pay $1,000 for these pants when I can make 20 pairs of those pants and sell them for so-and-so and make 5 times?
Right.
It makes no sense. You know? So, I like brands with integrity. I do buy other brands, but I like brands with integrity. Brands that I can relate to. Brands that's not fake. Brands that's true to themselves. Yeah, so it doesn't matter about the labels to me. It doesn't matter about who in it.
And then, what advice would you have for us kids? My bad. What advice would you have for us kids who can't afford all the labels we see on TV or social media?
I would say, yeah, that's not important. Not important at all. But I would say create your own style. That's what kind of my style came from the lack of. So it was things that I wanted to wear that maybe I couldn't afford it, but hey, I can make something like it. Or that's not in the store at all, so I'm going to make it and nobody else has it but me. So now it doesn't matter if it's expensive or not, because I'm the only one that has it. So that gives it value in yourself.
Let me give it to I think I'll pass it to Deidre. Yeah, give it out. Go ahead. Don't touch nobody. That's what I'm talking about. See, she did it to the kids that stay seated. You gotta stay in your spot. Over here, y'all gotta stay in y'all spot, or we ain't gonna give out no more gift cards. 6th grade wants some love. Let me see. If they stay seated, you might make something shake. I gotta see. What's up, Jacoby? I see you, baby.
You all doing a wonderful
All right, we got Deidre. How did you transition from being a nurse to your current position?
Prior to the role that I'm in now, I know y'all heard this in the bio, but I was a chief nursing officer at a hospital that I opened up. And being a younger professional, and I'm still young, I want y'all to know that. Y'all see a woman of this age, she is still very much young. But being a younger professional and being responsible for a hospital 24/7, and that commitment that they're required during the pandemic and dealing with a lot of really, really sick people and sick families and just a really hard time, I knew that my contribution for what I had given had run its course. And then I was very prayerful and was led into this role because I recognized that I could impact a lot of different hospitals and now 160 hospitals in a different way, but also using that experience from being a nurse and being a chief nursing officer.
Thank you. Hold on, Deidre. Hold on. So, they asked, do you fight for men and women to be treated equally in your role?
I fight for everyone in our hospitals, every employee, every patient, to receive the care that they deserve, to have the experience that they deserve as an employee, so that they have the resources to be successful. Something that I like to share, and humbly, is that before being a CNO, before any of that 10 years ago, I was a janitor. I worked in a hot pocket plant in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, cleaning off the equipment with the really nasty stuff that goes into the hot pockets. Don't eat hot pockets if you can that saw something in me that encouraged me to keep going and persevering and continuing my education and doing all of those things that I needed to do to get me further in my career. Now, that's not to say that if I stayed in that hot pocket plant that I wouldn't be able to really be proud of what that journey would have looked like as well. But I can say that because of that experience, it definitely encouraged me to make sure that I was creating an environment for everyone to be able to be successful in whatever it was they wanted to do in life. And that also meant making sure that they have the resources that they need to be successful.
Come on. Give it to Detective Anderson. Hey, hold on, sweetie. You gotta stay seated. You gotta stay seated. You gotta stay seated.
Baby ones. The little baby.
Y'all know this the only time I can read myself. They seated. Hey.
Little baby. Detective Anderson. All right.
I'm ready.
Have you ever been confused on a case?
No.
Wonderful.
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Thank you. Because it's a job. Okay, hold on. What is it like to solve crime? What feelings do you leave work with? What feelings do you leave work with? And what is it like to solve crime?
Well, I'm going to answer that with a question. By show of hands, how many of you ever completed a puzzle? Now, by show of hands, how many of you ever completed a puzzle that was difficult? How do you feel after completing that puzzle?
Hold on. I want you to say it again. Hold on.
Tired and exhausted.
Thank you.
By show of hands, how many of y'all agree? Yeah, I agree. But, young sir,
Hey.
young sir, but even though you felt tired, even though you felt exhausted, how did you feel knowing that you finished?
I feel amazing. I show my mom
That's what I'm talking about. And that's the feeling.
Good.
That right there is the feeling that solving every single case gives me. The only difference with me, I have to find my puzzle pieces. So I feel accomplished with finding my puzzle pieces that I need to solve the crime. And I feel even more accomplished after I do solve the crime. Simply because I was able to help that person that came to me.
Yes. Yes.
And the feeling that I have when I leave work, the feeling that I have when I leave work, for me, I don't take work home. I don't bring home the work. So when I go home, the feeling that I have when I see my two little ones is the most inspiring feeling because every day I see their faces, it helps me get up and go right back to work to do what I need to do for everybody out there.
Why do you choose to work with juveniles? Why do you choose to work with juveniles?
I would have to start to stop with you guys. If we don't set the path that you guys need to walk on, you guys will walk down a road that can be misguided. So you guys, it starts with us because when we get old, I said when we get old, like my best friend said, we ain't old. We gonna need y'all, we gonna rely on you guys. So it's very, very important for us to pour into you because if we need y'all, y'all gonna pour right back into us.
Thank you. Man, Christopher. How old are you and where are you from? Somebody want to know.
I am 15 years old and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
15 and from again.
really fun to do.
Horror movies. Who likes scary movies? I got one more, Chris. What? 6th grade. What motivated you to become an author or even give back?
What motivated me to become an author is that so I can be able to like motivate other people by giving them affirmations to make them feel inspired and confident.
He said he's 15. Good job, Chris. Thank you so much. Chris, pass that to Kyle, please. Kyle, have you always wanted to be an attorney?
No, I mean, I think that there's a lot of adults out here that have no clue what they want to do or might have a second or a third job. So the answer is no, but the thing that you need to know is that there's opportunities everywhere. So for instance, the industry I represent, we take about 200 apprentices each and every year. And those jobs that have training that don't require a college degree end up paying around $100,000 by the time you're done training, which is a wonderful, wonderful living. Or you can follow in my footsteps, become an attorney and still make 6 figures. So there's multiple paths, regardless of whether you want to get a formal education, go to college, or whether after that you want to go into a trade, what have you. There are opportunities for each and every one of you out here, depending on what path, what passion you have.
Wonderful. Kyle, you mentioned apprentice. Can you tell them what that is?
So, when you get done in high school, an apprenticeship is nothing more than continuing your education. I mean, we actually have a 5-year program that's 10,000 hours to where when you're done, you pretty much finish with an associate's degree, and you will be able to bring power to communities. Like, I think that whenever you're going to be part of something, you want to be something that's bigger than yourself, right? The lights they want in this building, we did that, right? Power goes out in the storm, we're out there bringing power back to your house, right? Whatever it takes so that we can live comfortably by today's standards. So you'll get 5 years of training to learn how to... You get 5 years of training, it's more schooling to learn how to become an electrician.
Nikki Slices. Nick, what was it like being on TV? You know, Nick has been on TV multiple times, lived in New York City, as you heard in his bio. He went on a Bobby Flay show and beat Bobby Flay. Nick, what was it like being a celebrity on TV?
This is probably a better question for Chris, but it's great. You know, they feed you whenever you want to treat you like a star, like a
He said they feed you.
The Bravo show, I got thrown out first class to LA. They put you in a really nice hotel, and then they do all these things. They want you to perform like the best you can do. So you got to show up too.
Well, you said the Bravo. What else have you been on? Bravo channel?
Bravo, Food Network 3 times, and then there was a network launched a couple years ago called Quibi. That's already gone, but I was on there a couple times too.
Nick, good job, Nick. Jessica, what do you? 2 questions. First, what's it like being retired U.S. Army?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that I am retired, but I retired out of the Army at 37 years old. So I'm probably the same age as some of y'all mothers. So whereas I retired, I'm still doing other stuff. The great thing about being retired from the military is that I get a paycheck that is going to continuously deposit in my bank account until I die. So that's good. But I'm not retired because I actually have a full-time job and I own 2 businesses and I have a daughter in college and I'm a wife for people is a way to nurture them through their soul. Y'all know what soul food is? Y'all heard of soul food? So I feel like when you cook for someone, you can put your love into what you're cooking, you can put your kindness, you can put attention to detail. And food, does food make you happy? Food makes me very happy, so I love making other people happy.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you. Kitty Mo, Kitty Mo. Hey, got you. I got you.
Okay.
Shoot.
Yes.
Hey, Kitty Mo, what skills are important for someone in your profession?
Skills. You gotta have good people skills. You gotta be able to talk to people. You gotta be able to, I want to say, put your feelings to the side. You just gotta come and be open to just working. You're gonna work, be persistent. You might not like somebody. You might have had a bad day, but all of that stuff you have to put to the side to do the thing and radio. So I would say that you have to be able to talk, communicate with people, and be able to check your feelings and your emotions. Yeah.
All right. And also, they want to know who is a famous or the coolest person that was on your show.
Who is famous to y'all? Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Who?
Oh, she said her mom. She said her mom.
So I'm glad she said that. Hey, come back up. Come back up.
We quiet on the set, quiet on the set.
That's super dope that you asked that. That's super dope that she said her mom. So my first show, the most famous person I had, I'm a father, and I had my daughter on the show. And that was amazing. For me to have, my daughter was doing violin, she was in dance, and she had a YouTube channel. So that was the most famous person to me. So if I can tell you guys anything, a lot of people and a lot of celebrities, you might feel like they're famous, but pay attention to the people that are around you because they're going to mean more than the famous people.
Wonderful answer. Oh my God. We're going to go to Dante, Dr. Carr. You knew it was your time. Got a couple of them for you.
Hold on, young man, the purple sweater right there. Hey, got something for you. Come on up. We love you this way. We love you this way.
You never know who's watching you. Good job, son. All right. Dr. Cara, was this always your first choice as a career?
Oh, God, no.
Talk to us.
I was a high school English teacher, then I was an assistant principal, and right around COVID I realized I didn't want to do it anymore. So then I moved to mental health because of a few other things that had happened, and I think it's probably the best decision that I made in my life. Those students over at Michelle was pretty rough, and my mental health wasn't what it needed to be to deal with them. So I exited stage left and went back to school.
Wonderful. Oh, here's one. Yeah. Dr. Carr, you're going to have to step up.
Hey,
sir.
take over the stand. Right here. Thank you. Very good.
Yes, now, yeah, he's a little shy. Okay. What is the difference between a psychologist, and a psychiatrist? And why did you choose psychologist?
Well, a psychiatrist is a medical doctor who goes to medical school, and I just didn't have that in me. I didn't feel that there was a lane that I wanted to go. I was more research-based, and I wanted to be more involved in the treatment aspects. that did not relate to medication. So I'm not one for medication, psychotropic drugs. But I feel that really psychologists would put you in a position to really dive in to the person's issues and get to know them and build a sort of relationship to help to bring them out of whatever it is they want to do.
One more. This is important. Why don't some parents, well, this is what they wrote, so why don't some of our parents think we need therapy and feel kids don't have emotions? Quiet, please.
That's a great question. I don't think parents take the posture of not feeling that their children don't have